what's up? It's Gabby here, and today I am with my brother and we come at you from Hawaii. This trip has been planned for a while. We were just very unorganized. It's been an interesting morning to say the least. It is 9:30 a.m. Hawaii time. We're in Honolulu, so we're here for 7 or 8 days. So an interesting story for you. Our flight was 5 p.m. Australian time, Sydney time, a 10-hour flight from Sydney to Honolulu. We got in at 6 a.m. so 3.5 hours ago, and we are now only just sort of getting our day started, I guess. We had planned on hiring a car and we made a reservation with a car company, and so after a bit of a struggle to work out how to actually get to the car hire place, once we got there, because Mitch and I are both on our provisional driver's licenses in Australia. Anyone that doesn't know what that means, it's like you have restrictions on your license before you get your full license. Just a bit of off-roading. To have the licenses we have, which are provisional 2 licenses. Oh my god, I just dropped my phone. Oh, we need that too. You have to be driving for about 3 years, but I guess over here they put it as an equivalent to having a learner's permit, which I would say is kind of not the same thing, but sure, whatever. So the first company that we went to wouldn't hire us a car for that reason, that Mitch, who was driving, doesn't have his full license. So they go, okay, try this company. So we went to the next one, and after walking like 700 meters to get there in what is very hot at the moment, they thought about it for a little while, and then they ended up saying no to giving us a car, which kind of foiled our plans because we're going from like Honolulu airport up to the North Shore to Turtle Bay, which is where we're staying for 2 nights before we go to Waikiki. So after that we were like, screw it, we'll go to Starbucks, get coffee, and then work out what we're doing from there. We walked another like kilometer back to Starbucks, mind you, with our massive suitcases and backpacks and bags and whatever. We then decided that, okay, if we can't hire a car because of our licenses, Mitch is driving right now, so the story gets better. We're like, okay, we'll just get a lift up to Turtle Bay, which is 60 something American or US dollars, about 95 Australian it worked out to be. It adds up when you start taking lifts and Ubers around everywhere. We were about to order a lift, and I saw another car company literally just about 30 meters down the street, and I was like, why don't we just try, and if it doesn't work we'll just have to get a lift, because what do? There's nothing we can do about it. I was pretty pissed off. I think Mitch can agree. I was really annoyed. I was like, it didn't foil our plans, but like it made them a bit difficult because you have a lot more freedom when you hire a car. That being said, we went to this company and we managed to get ourselves a car. So we have a car for 2 days until we go back to Waikiki, and we are absolutely stoked about that. So now we're going up to North Shore. Mitch is driving on the, mind you, he lived in America for a year, but is this your first time properly driving?
Yeah.
This is his first time properly driving on the wrong side of the road. You're actually doing really well. Like, besides the bit of off-roading here and there. And sorry, am I just holding this right in front of the mirror? Just driving, we don't know what we're doing. We have not a single thing planned. We booked our hotels and got our ESTA visas literally just over 72 hours before we left. So even though our flights have been booked for a while, everything was so last minute. But this is what travel is, and you have to roll with the punches, unfortunately, sometimes. We got really lucky and it worked out for us. So yeah, we're just gonna see where we go from here. Okay, where to even begin? We are now at our resort. It is very, very, very many hours later. We're staying at Turtle Bay Resort. I think I mentioned that earlier. So we're at our Airbnb. It's really nice. I'll give a room tour in the next vlog because I didn't get around to that today because I'm just too lazy and too tired. Yeah, I didn't vlog much, but I filmed a bit to piece together what we did today. So after we got our rental car, we went up to Haleiwa and we sort of explored the town there for quite a while. Further we drove into the town, we just kept stopping and going into all the shops because it's a beautiful little town. If the audio is now bad, it's because my microphone just broke. Expensive road mics and they always break. We went and drove up past Waimea Bay, past Pipeline. So we spent a lot of the day just driving around and sort of sussing out what is around the place. We went to lunch at this place called Killer Tacos, which was amazing. Best burrito I think I've ever had, and I ate a lot of Mexican. And then tried to just fill in our whole day because check-in wasn't until 4 o'clock and we got here at 6 a.m. So like that's a lot of time to fill in. We kind of had planned on maybe going up to the actual Turtle Bay Resort for dinner, and then we decided against it. So we're like, cool, we'll just go to the nearest convenience store and we'll go and get some like a frozen pizza or something, like just some food that we can heat up. You just expect that in the general stores that they probably have that stuff, like food to heat up. They did not. It was just like the shonkiest store I've ever been in, and we ended up with ramen, Doritos, Cool Ranch, Nutter Butters, and many calls. Yes, we'll ignore that. And here you go. I mean, Mitch is excited, but so we kind of just walked back and forth up the aisles and like there was nothing to pick from. There was Fruity Pebbles or Cocoa Puffs. That was it. That was the only cereal you could choose from. And then there was like ramen, but only very limited flavors of ramen. Yeah, so we're off with flying colors at the moment. We also went down and checked out the sunset earlier, which was amazing. He thinks he's come up with something here.
I've come up with something here. Macaroni and cheese? I don't think so.
Ramen and cheese? I think so. And now we've come to our first episode of Cooking with Mitch. It's like hard to do stuff on the first day of traveling because you're so tired and there's a lot of back and forth with what to do, where to go, accommodation and all that stuff. Wow, you wimp, it's not even 8 o'clock yet. Oh my god. I thought there was a good ramen thing to be done here. Must have ramen first. Anyway, I might just end today here and then pick up again tomorrow morning. You know. Anyway.